Alright guys, welcome to this page of the notes, and what we're doing is now we're going to do an example problem dealing with that ambiguous case. Or maybe not, I don't know, we'll find out. We got to figure out whether or not it actually is the ambiguous case. So let's just jump right into this. Again, I've been given, right, just quickly point out the information you were given. You know the length of side B, you know the length of side A. I also give you an angle measure, which means you know side angle. So this is side angle, which means side angle. The ambiguous case is a possibility. I'm not saying that this is the ambiguous case, but it could be. And so I've got to check. Well, in order to check, I made that note for you guys here. Look, remember my note. Put a little star on it. The first thing you got to do is find H. So that's what we're going to do. Let's start by finding H. You're going to say to yourself, hold up a second, the diagram you gave me, there is no H. That's all right, you can draw it in there. Boom. There's H right there. Makes a little right triangle. Go ahead and call it H. Here we go. How do I find H? Well, take a look at what you've been given. I've been given this angle right here, 30 degrees, which makes H the opposite side and 18 the hypotenuse. Well, do I have a trig function that relates the opposite side and the hypotenuse to the measure of acute angle? Yeah, you bet we do. Sine. So, sine of angle A will be equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse, and we go ahead and plug in what we know. Sine of 30 degrees is equal to the opposite side is H. That's what I'm trying to solve for. The hypotenuse is 18. Well, this is a pretty easy problem. We'll multiply the 18 to the other side, and we get H is equal to 18 times the sine of 30 degrees. All right, don't fat finger something on your calculator. Take the sine of 30 degrees. You'll multiply by 18, and we wind up with H is equal to 9. So now we go ahead and figure out what's going on in this problem. Well, I know that H is equal to 9. A is equal to 15, and B is equal to 18. So let's take a look at what we've got. Well, if I go ahead and write my inequality, please notice that H is less than A is less than B, because 9 is less than 15, which is less than 18. Now, I don't expect you to remember. Absolutely, I'll give you this chart, the chart that's on the previous page. So let's jump back and see which case is this, where H is less than A and A is less than B. I go back to my diagram, my figure, and there it is. So this is, the example problem we're working on is the ambiguous case, right? Because this is the inequality I wind up with. H is less than A and A is less than B, which means two triangles are possible. So let's go back and see if we can figure out what those two triangles are. All right, based on the information that I've been given, here's what's happening. I could have this triangle, A, 30 degrees, 18, there's angle C, there's H, and boom, there's side A. That's one possibility. Or I could have this guy. Boom. There's A, right? Those are the two possibilities based on the fact that this is the ambiguous case, right? Because H is less than A and A is less than B, both of these triangles are possible. Both of them are possible, and so I'm actually going to have to solve for both of them, right? We're going to have to solve them both. And it's not too terribly difficult. We just got to do the work twice. So here we go. Let's go ahead and do that work. Again, you know side A. Remember, A is equal to 15. Equal to 15. So we're going to go ahead and set up our law of sines. Here we go. Okay, so for our first triangle, let's see here. Let's see, what do I know? Ooh, look, I know angle A, and I know side A. So we're going to have sine of A over side A has to be equal to, well, I know side B. I know side B, which means I can find angle B. So, sine of B over side B, where this guy right down here, sorry, hang on, that is my or. Let me draw angle. So this is going to be angle B. This will be angle B. So I've got either one of these, right? Either this triangle or this triangle. Angle B, angle B. Why is this angle B? Well, because I know this is side B. Why is this angle B? Because across from it would be side B. So this is the information I've been given. Go ahead and plug in what I know, and we'll go from there. So sine of angle A was 30 degrees over side A was 15, equal to sine of angle B, which I don't know, divided by 18. All right, we did one of these before where we had to solve for the measure of the angle. We'll multiply the 18 to this side, and then I know to find the measure of the angle, I'm going to have to take an inverse sine. I don't want to do all of that in one step because it is a little bit more complicated. So here we go, 2 steps. Sine of B is equal to, remember I'm multiplying the 18 to the other side, so 18 times the sine of 30 divided by 15, right? I'm just multiplying the 18 to the other side, it goes straight into the numerator. Now I have to take the inverse sine of all of this in order to find the measure of angle B. So the measure of angle B is equal to the inverse sine of 18 times the sine of 30 degrees divided by 15. At this point, it's just a calculator problem, right? Don't fat finger something on your calculator. And here's what you wind up getting. The measure of angle B is going to be equal to 36.9 degrees. Now, careful. Which of these cases did I just solve? 36.9 degrees is an acute angle, less than 90 degrees. So did I find the angle of B in this one? Or did I find the angle of B in this one? Yeah, this is the angle that's less than 90 degrees. So I just found 36.9 goes with this possibility down here, that guy right there, the measure of angle B. So how do I find the measure of angle B up here? Well, very simple. You'll simply take the measure of angle B for this triangle, you'll subtract it from 180, right? Because remember, right, whatever this angle is, right, they form a linear pair, right? They form a linear pair. That means that two angles have to sum to 180. Well, you already know that this one, right, these angles are the same angle. They're the exact same angle. It's 36.9. So if you do 180 minus 36.9, what do you find? Well, you find that leftover piece that's going to be greater than 90 degrees. So that's what we'll do. Or, here we go, or the measure of angle B could be 180 minus 36.9 degrees, which it comes out to be 143.1 degrees. So our two possibilities, 36.9 or 143.1. This case is the 36.9 degrees. This case is the 143.1 degrees, right? Finding the measure of angle B, there's two different cases because this is the ambiguous case, or two different possibilities because this is the ambiguous case. Either way, we were able to find the measure of angle B still using the law of sines, and then just keeping in mind that, right, the linear pair theorem, which goes all the way back to chapter 1, where you have two angles that have to sum to 180 degrees. Head on over to the next page of notes. We'll try one more of these just to sort of really help make it stick, and I'll meet you guys there.